Today I will be talking about my industrial piercing. Over the weekend I got an industrial piercing for my birthday. So in this video I will just be talking about my experience and answer the most common questions I see other YouTubers talking about in their videos. The first question I will answer is, why did I get it done? Last year, I guess I started the trend of getting a piercing every year. I got a cartilage piercing, which is this right here. I got that from Claire's. And then so this year, around the same time, January, around my birthday, I got an industrial piercing. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. Can you see it? I will probably insert a picture somewhere so you can see it. I just think it looks really cool. It's not a generic piercing. I mean, you see people a lot with it, but it's still kind of uncommon to see. Like, you see a lot of people with cartilage piercings, like just the stud, and with just like their first to like third and sometimes four like lobes. But you never see people with an industrial, and they say because it hurts a lot. But that's why they don't get it. But it looks cool, and I wanted something different. And I did have a backup plan in case I couldn't get my industrial. I was gonna get just like a double helix.
But yeah, I basically just got it because it looks cool and it's not really a generic piercing.
Where did I go to get it pierced and how much did it cost? I went to a tattoo and piercing shop and it cost $35, maybe $30 or $35. It was really cheap. I saw on different websites that some people paid like $20 for theirs because it was a sale, and some people paid like $90.
But I looked up and it was $35.
The process of getting it pierced was fairly easy. I wanted this piercing for so long. I wanted it for like 6 months before I got it. So I called the place, or my mom called the place, because I hate talking on the phone. Told her to ask like how much was it, and is the piercer in, and what do I need. So in order to get it pierced, get my ear pierced, I needed a proof that my mom is my mom and that I am who I say I am. I needed my birth certificate, and I used my passport and then her license. So
you probably just need a birth certificate, nothing more, or a school ID.
I went in there and told the person, that I wanted an industrial, and he just looked at my ear and said, okay. And then so he, paid and everything, and then he just went in the back and set up.
And then we were waiting in the lobby for him to set up, and my mom was like, oh, this place is so clean. And so I guess she thought that piercing places and tattoo places was gonna be kind of trashy, because this was her first time, and this was my first time going to a piercing shop.
How was the process? I couldn't tell because I was getting pierced. And I didn't film it because I did not want to go in a piercing place for the first time and film it. I don't know, I just think that's weird. He did it with 2 needles because when I went in there, I saw a tray with like 2 needles and some lubricant.
Not like sexual lubricant, because I told my friend that they lubed up the needle before they put it in my ear, and she was like, they use like lube for sex? I was like, no, not that kind of lube, like I guess ear piercing lube.
So he just basically cleaned off my ear and then threw on it a little bit and poked the needles he did the bottom one first. I think he put the jewelry in after that. I feel like I felt some jewelry in there, but I'm not really sure, because after he pierced it, I felt like something like going through my skin. So he probably put the jewelry in after the needle, and then he was like drawing on it a little bit to get like the right positioning, and then he poked it through the second hole, and then he said that was it. So I guess my jewelry was in, and it was super quick. The longest part was him like drawing to make sure it looked right, and I didn't see the finished product until after he was completely done. I didn't see the lines he drew on my ear, or I didn't see him like hold up the bar and say like, is this how you want it? He didn't do any of that. So I don't know if it was because he was just that confident that it'll work out, or if he didn't want me to like freak out and say, well, I don't want it like this. I don't really know. I ended up getting pierced with a 16 gauge, which is why it probably looks kind of small when you look at it. It's not as big as the 14 gauge. At first I was a little upset that I got pierced with a 16 gauge because 14 gauges are bigger and they look cooler and they're more common, or so I thought. So I was a little bit upset, like, oh, why did he do that? But I convinced myself that my ear was probably too small for a 14 gauge, and when I look at it, it does look kind of small. The way my ear is shaped, I guess, I don't know how to really explain it, but this part right here, like that part before the rim of your ear, mine is kind of big, and I don't have much rim of my ear, so maybe that's why. And then if you look at the bar, anything bigger would have been too big for my ear.
I looked in the mirror and I thought it was super cute, and I was happy that it turned out alright.
Pain wise, if I were to rate it, I would say maybe 2.5, 3. I know it sounds kind of low for this piercing because every video I watched, the lowest rating was like a 4 and the highest was like an 8. But the reason why my piercing didn't hurt as much was, one, because it was a 16 gauge, and because my ear cartilage is very thin. When I told my friend that I got my industrial and I told her that it didn't really hurt that bad, she looked at me like I was crazy, and I said, well, the piercer said I have thin cartilage. I felt my friends after I told her that my cartilage was thin and her cartilage was thick. The bottom part of her cartilage was probably the same size as the very top of my cartilage, if not harder. Her industrial, because she wants an industrial, hers might hurt worse than mine. The bottom one didn't hurt at all, really. It was just like a little pinch, like if you pinch yourself for like a second, that's what it felt like. But the top one hurt a little bit more. That one took longer to pierce through and it was stinging a little bit longer. The top bar, I would have to say probably about a 3. I want to say 3.5, but I feel like that would be too much. It was weird because when I got my cartilage pierced, this actually hurt just as bad, if not a little bit more, and the gauge is small. It was kind of burning longer than what my industrial was burning for. It was like really red and really just irritated when I first got it done. It's because I probably got it done at Claire's, which they say don't do, but I mean, it's more convenient. I think it's more expensive because I paid more either the same price for one stud than I did for a industrial bar. So I don't know the logic in that. I guess you should go to a piercing place for everything. So that was basically my experience. The initial pain doesn't come close to what the pain is after you get it. It's probably gonna get better, but you can't sleep on it, you can't hit it on anything. I haven't really hit it that bad. I probably just like brushed it a little bit when I'm like fixing my hair. When I tried to clean it, it hurts. When you clean it, it hurts. So you have to like take it slow to clean it. It'll hurt, it'll throb. I remember the first day I got it, it throbbed a little bit, and right now for some reason it's hurting more and itching more than it did initially. I don't know why. I didn't really do anything different, or I might be cleaning it less maybe, or not really. I still clean it like the same amount of times, so maybe because it's healing. The top bar is hurting. It's dully aching right now, just really dull. Like you don't even really notice it until you like stop and pay attention to it. And then what's weird that I heard nobody else say is that when it hurts, when you like move your face, because it's your ear and your ear is connected to your face, so when you like go like this, it hurts a little bit. When you like smile really wide, it hurts just a little bit. Now, expect for a long healing process. I am expected for a long healing process. The top one I'm gonna have to put extra care into because it is thicker. The cartilage up there is thicker, so it's a bigger hole, and it hurts more than the bottom one. Bottom one, it hurts, but the bottom one only hurts when I touch it, while the top one just hurts just to hurt. So far, I'm enjoying this piercing. I think it looks so cute. I love it, and I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad I didn't listen to all the YouTube videos on there that don't get it. I'm gonna be one of the few YouTubers that say, yeah, you should get it. Yeah, it might hurt when you get it. Don't let the pain, the initial pain, stop you from getting it. Let the long healing process stop you, because I know that this will not be healed for a long while. Stay tuned, because next, I don't know when, I will be making a video on how to clean it and an update on how my piercing is doing. And if you happen to stumble upon this video and you like K-pop or anything related to K-pop, which is Korean music, I have reactions and English covers and just a lot of videos about K-pop. So if you like it, check out my channel. With that, bye and peace.